For many of us, money is a problem. Maybe we don't have enough of it. Maybe we think about it too much. Maybe we feel we deserve more. So in this video, we'll explore 3 ways that you can feel better about money, but take it as a whole will, pardon my language, on your finances. If it's your first time here, I'm Steve, a commercial finance manager for an S&P 500 company. And on this channel, we'll explore ways we can make money work for us. Are you playing the right game? Most people look to others to judge how well they're doing, and it's a natural thing to do. For example, if I want to know how good I am at playing the guitar, I look to see how good I am compared to some other famous guitarists. And of course, when I do that, it turns out I'm not very good at all. But I am the best guitarist in my house, which isn't hard as I live with 3 non-guitar players, and 2 of which are below the age of 10. So it all depends on who you compare yourself to. But this urge to compare to check the status in comparison to others is deeply ingrained. Will Storr writes in his book, The Status Game, we are status-seeking monkeys fighting an invisible war for respect and admiration. And when it comes to money, we are all guilty of playing the status game. Do I have a good salary? Well, what are others in my situation being paid? Do I have enough saved, or what do my friends have saved? Is my retirement pot large enough at my age? There's a whole bunch of videos online you can check to see if you are where you should be financially, given your age. It's fascinating stuff, and the videos are very popular. But you have to be careful, because the trouble with all this comparing is that everyone's position in life is unique. And it can be misleading to compare each other in terms of our money situation, because my situation is different to yours. It's also a zero-sum game where for me to feel better, I have to see that you're doing worse than me, and vice versa. If you earn more than my 40k salary, for example, I might feel annoyed, but I feel pleased if it was the other way around. But the whole time, my salary hasn't changed. You will never find a perfect person to compare yourself to, so you might as well quit the whole thing. So if focusing on others is a fool's errand that will make you feel great one day and terrible the next, then how can we tell if we're doing okay financially? The answer is to ditch the status game and play another game entirely, the wealth game. In the wealth game, you don't compare your finances to others. Instead, you compare yourself today to yourself from yesterday. In particular, you compare how closer you are today to your financial goals than you were yesterday. Now, this assumes that you have some financial goals. By the way, if you don't, then you'll likely end up playing the status game by default. So I recommend you get some. The kinds of goals that you might have in the wealth game are things like paying off your mortgage, saving for your child's university fees, setting a target amount for your pension, or clearing off all of your debt, or something else entirely. The point is, you have some financial goals and you use those as your yardstick, your measure of success. You might even call them your true north, the principle or goals that you'll use to guide your actions day to day. Is what you're about to spend some money on getting you closer to your true north? If not, then you might want to think again. So to escape the status game, create some financial goals that mean something to you. And then you'll be able to really measure how well you're doing financially. And you'll feel a whole lot better about money. Getting the basics right. Now, it's really hard to feel good about money if you're not taking care of the basics. So here's a list of 10 basic principles, actions, and attitudes that anyone who wants to feel good about money must understand. Number 1, know your relationship to money. This means understanding income and expenses. To do this, you should use a budget tracker. The simpler, the better. And it's not necessary to use it religiously week in and week out. Just putting your income and expenses in for 1 month will give you a lot of information about where your money's going. You can revisit it again 6 months later or whenever. The important part is doing it once to get the hang of it, and to use it when you feel like you've lost track of things. And there's a link in the description to a basic budget planner. Take a look. Number 2, you are learning to live below your means. This means you know your income and you always try to spend under that amount. Also, when more money comes your way, you don't fall into the lifestyle inflation trap. You avoid upgrades and you keep your spending at the same level even though your income increases. Number 3, you're able to pay your bills on time. This might not seem much, but 32% of Americans are not able to do this. The easiest way to do this is to automate as many bill payments as possible, and we'll come to that in point 6. Number 4, you have an emergency fund of at least 1 month's worth of expenses. Only 29% of Americans could cover a $1,000 unexpected expense. By the way, the average emergency expense in the US works out to $1,400. So for many people, an unexpected financial emergency could spell disaster. Number 5, you have manageable debt. The average American has $33,000 in non-mortgage debt, and UK credit card debt is at an all-time high. 46% of 20 to 25-year-olds have taken out another credit card and are borrowing more to protect their lifestyles in this high inflationary period we're in right now. Stay clear of credit cards as much as you can. If you need to use one, try to pay it off before the interest rate kicks in. Number 6, automate your finances. There are 2 main aspects to this. First, before you do anything else, you put some of your money into your savings. This is called paying yourself first. Second, have all your bills come out of your account automatically on the same day. Set these automatic payments up with your bank, direct debits in the UK or ACH transfers for those of you in the US. Number 7, know your credit score and how to improve it. And more importantly, how not to ruin it. Number 8, have at least $1 in a retirement account. 50% of women and 45% of men at 50 have $0 set aside in a retirement account like a company pension, an ISA, 401k or a Roth IRA. Now, obviously, try for more than this, but if you have $1, then you're doing better than most. Number 9, go one better. Actually know what you're investing in. Most company pensions or 401k offer investment packages that are too safe. They're leaving money on the table. These can easily be beat if you just invest in an S&P 500 index fund. If you actively invest in an index fund as well as your company pension or your 401k, then you're doing better than 52% of people. And I've left a link in the description to a video that will show you how to do exactly that. Number 10, you are interested in money. It's not a subject that you shun. Now, you must already have this because you're watching this video about money. To go deeper and to keep on learning, you might want to subscribe to my channel or even others like it, but this is the best one. So that whistle-stop tour of the basics shows you what it takes to get your day-to-day in order. Now, you don't need to have all of them in place, but you should be working towards them. Now, you might not be technically wealthy if you have all of these covered, but you will feel a heck of a lot better about money if you do. Looking after your future. Now, there's 2 things I want to cover here. The things you can do to help improve your future in work and the things you can do to help improve your future after work. So if you're young and just starting out, or even if you're older but you're trying to better yourself, you might not be as wealthy as you'd want to be. But there's something you might be overlooking. If you're training up your skills or are reskilling yourself, then you're in a good position. You may not have the cash paycheck you want right now, but you're earning the experience paycheck. You're storing up value right now by training yourself in new skills so that later you can cash that in for a paycheck worth something. So don't feel discouraged. Skilling yourself up is a great indicator of future wealth. It's a case of the present you working hard for the future you, so that when the future arrives, you are ready to take full advantage of it. And this is investing in yourself at the highest level. Speaking of your future self, here's a quote. Retirement isn't an age, it's a number. In practice, what this means is that to achieve the kind of life you want to lead when you retire, you need to know your number. And be realistic about this. You don't necessarily need 20 million in the bank to live a good life. Maybe you can live well enough on 40k a year in retirement, in which case you'd need 1 million in your retirement pot. Whatever your number is, the important thing is that you know it and you have a plan to make it real. Most people don't have a plan. Most people live in hope that what they want in life will land in their lap and focus instead on doing what they've always done. Go to work, pay the bills, come home, go to work, and so on. If you don't have a plan, then the likelihood that your goals will miraculously come to fruition is close to 0. In fact, you don't have goals, you have dreams. And that's the difference. Goals are dreams with a plan. So plan your way to achieving your goals. Remember your true north? This is that. It's your guiding principle that drives all of your behavior. So the next time you're thinking of buying that expensive upgrade, think about your true north. Is it serving that goal? One last thing about retirement, and this is really important. If you don't have a plan for retirement, if you don't set aside money now to support yourself in retirement, then you won't be able to take care of yourself as you would want to be taken care of. You'll be at the mercy of others to take care of you. Now, that could be your kids, could be the government and social care, but they won't know or maybe even care how you will want to be taken care of. So they'll take care of you as they see fit. The best person to take care of you in retirement is the you of today. And so the you of today needs to start planning how you'll be taken care of. And the best way to do that is to put funds aside now so that the older you in retirement can make use of it to look after themselves. Once you have a plan for your future, either in work or after work, trust me, you will feel so much better about money. Now, earlier I mentioned that the highest form of investing is investing in yourself. And this video here talks about that. But it also gives you 2 other ways to invest in yourself, one of which I think you might find very surprising indeed. Check it out.